Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 50-60 Pittsburgh.
I got him. Check.
Right on.
On first down, Dixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 36 yards on the play. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read.
Yeah. He's coming. We got double.
On the get.
Now a give, right side. Curtis. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check.
Look. Squeeze.
He's checking.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Curtis. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
That's track. Tight dog. Watch the safety creep.
Check. Hey, lock it.
Press down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. Roll out. 60 61, matchbox light. Snap.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Brought down by Nate Gary.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1. That's all they needed to keep the drive going. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play. First down.
Ready.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
44. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's it, baby. We don't play.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Throwing to start the drive. Wow. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under 10. Under 10.
They run the counter. Dixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
We go. 90 Wolf.
Watch the slide. Watch out.
Leo.
Check. Crunch.
Get it.
Now a give, right side. It's Curtis. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Look at me. Go.
Kill.
Ready?
Right back to him on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Vikings nothing.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, right at the 40.
Check 31. Check 43.
Hey, Sam off. To go.
They run the counter. Curtis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Coming to you. Check 24.
Gone.
No.
Snap.
Now a give, right side. Dixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On the ready.
57 to Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
5.
On 3rd and 2, Watt. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Jam.
Hard. Hurry. Hit it.
Now a give, right side. Curtis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Rock it.
He's checking crack. Check your hot read.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Set up, 30 base.
57 to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 57. Mike, 57. Wants to run. They're running it. Out, 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 out. Hey, watch this, watch this.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he coughed it up. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Ready, break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run, Cook, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Hey, I-7. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Michael Dixon standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, Watt. And the grab by Croft. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 1st down, it's Curtis. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check right, check right. Deuce.
What? Squeeze.
Joker.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, turn it out. Hatchet. Wide. Get wide.
Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Break.
22. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike, Mike.
5.
Back to throw. Watt. They shakes him off. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. 5. 15 line. 15 line.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. 3rd down here.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
1st down, Minnesota.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 Lobo. Hey, echo. Lead grip.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr. as the 1st half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This one taken from the 7th. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this will be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Gary Jennings, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Right here.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They were making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to more there, and now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taken in at the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
60 Pittsburgh.
That's the pass. Switch. Check.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Watt. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Check it out.
Cook following the penalty. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 35 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Kill.
2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom.
But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll run on 1st down. Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That outside handoff to an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Check nine. Let's go.
On 1st down, Curtis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 song.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Out.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 line.
Out.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Out.
Shoot.
Out.
61, matchbox lights.
Out.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Alert flare.
Leo.
Watch the ship.
Lead grip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Out. 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 Out.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch left. He's stop right there. 40.
Look at me. Jaw.
Out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Curtis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Out.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Back 22. You ain't got nothing. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Stop your whining.
Hey, rock.
Looking to throw. Watt. Looking deep for Jennings.
Out.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield. 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted. But good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
Out.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out. Out.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They run it again with Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Out.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Alpha.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Watch the run.
Out.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it
Out.
up.
They go.
They'll look to throw.
Out.
To Boyle here over the middle. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Out.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Out.
Time to go. Night. Check safety. Check safety.
Out.
Check. Lucky.
Hard. Side.
They run again on first down. Cook. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, alert 3. Check.
Out.
On second down, it's Cook.
Out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Out.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Smith. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Out. Out. Out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He's
back to throw. And Dixon has it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curtis. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Ready? 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
X3, 218, chopper. Yo, 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 go, go. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Get it.
Back to throw. Incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Chopper, chopper. Ready, ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming.
Bam, bam.
Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the block, watch the block. Watch the block, watch the block, block, block. Watch the safety creep. Check, check. Front
Now.
Throwing again. Watt. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say 24-hour cheesesteak shop, here we come.
Oh, yeah, and I'm buying, partner. And guess what? I'm having mine with.
And I'm having two if you're buying. Good night from Philadelphia.